day everyone, I am Nasrania G. Malang from BSSW 1A. We are the 11 reporters tackling the topic Art in Asia. So first and foremost, I would like to present to you the learning objectives. So at the end of the lesson, you should be able to identify the key influences to Chinese art. Second is identify key characteristics of Japanese art. Third is compare and contrast Chinese and Japanese artworks. Fourth is trace the development of Philippine art. And fifth is discuss the concept of figure. And lastly, explain how art can be a key element in the formation of a society's culture. When ancient civilization in Asia flourished, trade became a very important activity in the process of establishing trading relationships among Asian countries. They started sharing their cultures and belief systems. So, trading is very important because it helps to establish connections between different countries and cultures, leading to improved global relations and cooperation. China being one of the oldest civilization in Asia, they have a wide and rich history na kung saan ay tumutukoy sa kultura nila at the art itself. So, throughout history, Japanese has relied heavily sa forms and techniques borrowed from China. So, maliban dito, hindi lamang pagdating sa art ang na-influence ng China sa Japan, kundi pati na rin ang pagkain nila at lengguwahe. Later on, they opened themselves to the Western world, allowing for the fusion of East and West. Depending on a given context, art in the Philippines has served various uses from everyday living to expression of belief system and advocacies. So, habang lumilipas ang panahon, mas nag-evolve ang art to the point na tumatanggap na sila ng ibang gawa sa East and West. Kumbaga pa collaboration. While in the Philippines, ang art sa ating bansa is more on pang-araw-araw na nakikita at ginagawa. Halimbawa na lamang is mga decorative art. Moving on in the art of China. So, in the present context, China is at the forefront of economic development. So, ang China is nagdala sila ng big impact in the world. Lalong-lalo na sa cultural development dito because throughout history nga is marami itong na-influence sa iba't ibang bansa because of being one of the largest and most powerful in the world over the past few decades. Inhabitants of China in the past were able to produce primitive artworks. So excavated pieces show that bronze vessels with intricate designs depicting a lot of imagery dating from the second millennium BCE. So, yung mga tao noon is nakakagawa na sila ng mga primitive artworks na napoproduce siya to allow the spirit world to enter the physical world. So, ang example niya is yung kanina nga, di ba, nasabi ko is bronze vessel. So, may intricate design siya and ginagawa siya para sa mga patay. The Chinese during Zhou Dynasty was under a feudal kind of social system. So it was a parallel period with that Greece's golden age. So during this period, mas na-develop ang art sa China. So mas maraming pagbabago na dumating para mas maging wide pa ang art nito. So when we say golden age, it refers to the Tang Dynasty. So it is a period na focus is about peace, prosperity, territorial expansion, famous for its literary and artistic achievements. While ang metalworks naman is art siya na ginagamit is metal. So one of the material na ginagamit dito is jade para makagawa ng artworks. So, moving on to the Confucianism. So, dito naman is, in order for society to work, is that one must sympathize to others, which means is to understand and share the feelings of someone else. So, it involves being able to put yourself in their shoes, acknowledge their emotions, and show compassion towards their situation, which is evident na sa kanilang artworks. So, the Chinese also had interactions with Western missionaries who came from India and brought some of the Indian influences to China. So dito nga nagkaroon na ng interaction between the China and the Western missionaries, which is galing sa India, na naging rason para ma-influence ng India ang artist na Chinese for a few centuries. So afterwards, 6 century start, and dito nga nagsimula ang paggawa ng artworks na about sa culture na mismo ng China. So mostly yung paintings is about magical places and the realms, which is all about imagination of the artist. So most paintings were done in monumental styles, wherein rocks and mountains serve as a barrier that made the viewer distract initially from the main subject of the art. So during this time, yung mga paintings nila is more on monumental styles, na kung saan nagsisilbing cover ang bato at mountains para ma-distract ang mga tao na sa pinaka subject talaga. So dito gumagamit sila ng brush strokes to showcase the detail of the artworks. So the difference between Western landscapes and Chinese paintings is that ang Western landscape is that ang focus is isa sa isa lang, while ang Chinese paintings naman is nagfo-focus siya sa multiple perspectives para kumbaga mas mapaisip ang mga viewers about the art. Porcelain is one of the commonly used item to make decorative ornaments such as vases and jars. So some artifacts from excavation sites show intricate work of the Chinese in these porcelain vases. So the porcelain is a durable, beautiful, and historically significant example of ceramic art. So sa China, it serves as an important industry that is greatly admired by the world. So the basic recipe to produce this porcelain is that first is forming a piece, second is glazing, third is decorating, and lastly is firing. So yung mga tao noon is ipinapasa nila ang kanilang mga kaalaman about art to generation by generation. Kumbaga pa para mapanatiling buhay ang kanilang artworks. So the central theme ng kanilang artwork is about nature. Pero maliban dito is gumagamit din sila ng theme about everyday activities, war and violence, and also death and nature. So Chinese artworks are often rich in symbolism, with each symbol carrying deep meaning and significance. So ginagamit nila ang symbols na ito to express their thoughts, emotions, and reflections on the world around them. So it provides viewers with a glimpse into the perspectives and interpretations of various aspects of life, culture, and society. It is customary for the ancient Chinese people to show respect for their ancestors and departed relatives. Yung mga tao noon is pinapahalagaan nila ang mga ninuno nila at ang mga kamag-anak nila to show respect. So dito nga makikita natin kung gaano magpahalaga ang mga tao noon sa mga taong malalapit sa kanila. As a show of respect, yung mga mahal nila sa buhay is nilalagay nila sa gold or bronze vessels, nakadepende sa kanilang katayuan, which is nami-misinterpret ng mga westerners kasi ang dating sa kanila is like they are worshiping God, which is opposite sa intention ng mga Chinese people.